Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the What Do I Know podcast. I'm your host, Jeremy Davis. You know the slogan, just an average fan talking all ball all the time. And today, I want to do something special. So, either last week or a couple of weeks ago, there was an interview that aired on ESPN with Rachel Nichols, and it was between Tracy McGrady and Kobe Bryant. Two of the best players that I had ever seen play growing up. T-Mac, of course, being my favorite player, but Kobe being, of course, someone I put above, the greats. He's easily a top 10 great player to me. So, for that, I want to talk about who would you rather have on your team, T-Mac or Kobe, and who is the better of the player? Now, let me start off by saying this. Kobe Bryant had way more successful career than T-Mac. Way more successful. But skill-wise, I think it's closer than people want to believe.
What?
T-Mac was one of those players, when I watched play, I was just like, man, this dude does everything. So keep in mind, he was my favorite player. So I watched him with the Orlando Magic. And then when he came to the Rockets, because the Rockets are my favorite team, I definitely watched him then. Now, to me, if it was not for the injuries, I do believe that T-Mac would be a better player than Kobe. For sure. Skill-wise, not success. Kobe Bryant has 5 titles. Like, there's nothing you can really say that I can say that'll make you guys believe that T-Mac has had a better career. So I'm just talking straight skill-wise in this conversation. When you look at Kobe Bryant's career, we're talking about an 18-time All-Star, we're talking about a 5-time champion, 12-time All-Defensive Team, 4 times All-Star MVP, 1 regular season MVP, 2-time scoring champion, 15-time All-NBA selection, 1996 All-Rookie Team, 2-time Final MVP. And then we look at T-Mac, and we have 7-time All-Star, 7-time All-NBA, 2-time scoring champion, and the 2000-2001 Most Improved. I will say this, T-Mac had some terrible injuries in his career. Yes, Kobe Bryant tore his Achilles and messed up his finger and maybe had a couple other minor injuries during his career that he played through. But T-Mac, man, he just deteriorated once it got to a certain point. But if you look at the argument that I'm trying to make for skill-wise, when I look at the numbers, they're almost identically the same player. So when I look at points, T-Mac averaged 20 points for his career, Kobe Bryant averaged 25. And then you look at rebounds, T-Mac 5.6, Kobe 5.2. And then assist career average 4.4 for T-Mac, 4.7 for Kobe, and then 44% from the field for T-Mac, 45% for Kobe, 34% from the three, 33% for Kobe. The big difference is in free throws. T-Mac only shot 75% for his career. Kobe Bryant shot 84%. Their efficiency for field goals is basically the same, 47 compared to 48. And then their PER is close to the same, 22.1 for T-Mac and then 22.9 for Kobe Bryant. The reason why I would pick T-Mac is because I felt like they both could score the ball at a very high clip. Keep in mind, T-Mac was the scoring champion for 2 years straight when he was with Orlando. T-Mac had 8 seasons where he averaged over 20 points a game. 1 season where he averaged 32 points a game. And Kobe, of course, had... oh, my God. Kobe had at least 10 seasons. 13. He had 15 seasons where he averaged over 20 points. 3 seasons where he averaged over 30 points. He also averaged 35 points a game in the 2005-2006 season. So they both could score the ball, and they both had an okay percentage. T-Mac had 7 seasons where he averaged over 5 assists. Kobe did not. Kobe had 7 seasons where he averaged over 5 assists. Keep in mind, Kobe Bryant had a 20-year career. T-Mac had a 12-year career. 13-year career. So, pretty big difference as far as number of years they played. A lot of those years, T-Mac really didn't play a lot of games. Let me see. 49 games in 1999. 47 games 2005, 2006. 35 games 2008, 2009. 30 games 2009, 2010. 39 games in 2010, 2011. And then 2011, 2012 when Atlanta, he played 50 games. So, he didn't play a lot of games throughout his career. But just when you're talking about both of them at the peak of their powers, I have to take T-Mac. I just have to take T-Mac. The reason why I'm taking T-Mac, because even Kobe Bryant admitted in the interview that T-Mac was better. He said, this man could do everything that I could do, but he was taller. Now, in basketball, you want a player who can do that. If you're going to get a player that has the same talent, why would you take a smaller version of that player? That just doesn't make sense to me. Now, Kobe's killer mentality was crazy, all right? That's mental. T-Mac was never put in the position that Kobe was put in. With the Magic in the playoffs, T-Mac averaged 35 points a game for a whole series, and they still lost. So it's kind of like Kobe had seasons where his teams were better than T-Mac's for sure. When T-Mac had a chance to prove that on the Rockets, there was one series where him and Yao Ming played together. Only one. One series. And they lost to the Jazz, Utah Jazz. Every other season, with him and Yao Ming, one of them was always hurt going into the playoffs. Always hurt going into the playoffs. Kobe had the luxury of playing with Paul Gasol, of playing with Shaquille O'Neal, of playing with Iron Man Derek Fisher. For those of you who might not think he's a good player, go back and look at all of those titles that the Lakers have won. Derek Fisher is there. He's making plays. He's playing defense. He's making big shots. I don't want to hear that from anybody. There were years where Kobe didn't have anything. For sure. He had Smush Parker as the starting point guard. He had people like Vladimir Radmanovic, people that some of you guys have never heard of. And he willed the team, but there were times where he didn't make the playoffs because he was by himself. And when I look at T-Mac, especially with Orlando, his second best player was, he had Grant Hill for a year. But Grant Hill was, talk about someone who could have been the best. But different story, different day. He was hurt, terrible ankle injuries. He had Mike Miller, who was probably his second best player at that time. So it's hard to kind of look at it like that. But that's why I said skill-wise. I mean, they're basically the same. T-Mac is taller. Now, if I'm going to start a team, just based off of what I know, of course I'm going to pick Kobe. I mean, 5 championships, you can't debate that. 3 of them with Shaq, 2 of them with Paul Gasol, where he was, the man. I don't think he was the man on that Shaq team, but he was definitely the man on his later 2 against the Celtics and the Magic. But I don't know. We're talking about 2 of the dominant guards of that time. Maybe throw Allen Iverson in there, maybe. But when you're talking about the best guards in the NBA, T-Mac and Kobe's name had to be up there. They had to be up there. And if you want to talk about most dominant, T-Mac and Kobe could have been up there as well with Shaq, as far as players, period, in the NBA. But yeah, that's just my take on the Kobe and T-Mac thing. I'm going to take T-Mac. I just love the way he plays. Kobe is a better scorer, but barely. T-Mac is a more efficient passer. I'm not going to say a better passer because they both could pass the ball well. But Kobe would shoot more than he would pass, and T-Mac was really looking to facilitate. Rebounding is about the same. I will say this. Kobe Bryant tried on defense. When T-Mac tried to play defense, he played very, very good defense. But a lot of times he just didn't try to play defense. So I'll also give that edge to Kobe. They both were clutch shooters. Free throw shooting, like I said, I'm going to give that to Kobe Bryant. But man, I don't know. I just like players who can do everything and who's not really focused on scoring. So that's why I would take T-Mac. But of course, we're talking about two of the greatest players to ever play the game. Injuries really set T-Mac back. I feel like if he wouldn't have been injured, I mean, it's a what if, but he could have been a top 3 guard, point guard or shooting guard, top 3 guard to ever play the game, just like Kobe is right now, D-Wade, and then Magic. Those are my top 3 guards to ever play. So, and not including Michael Jordan. We know Michael Jordan's on a different stratosphere. So it's the Michael Jordans, and then after that, we're talking Kobe, D-Wade. So that's all I got for you for that. Let me know what you think. Would you rather have T-Mac or Kobe? I'm going T-Mac, like I said, but again, what do I know? Thanks for tuning in. Catch me next time. Everybody have a great day. Peace.